Garbage is the debut studio album by American rock band Garbage. It was released on August 15th, 1995. It reached number 20 on the US Billboard 200 and number 6 on the UK album charts. The album's success was helped by the band promoting it on a year-long tour, including playing on the European festival circuit and supporting the Smashing Pumpkins throughout 1996. That's all I know. Yeah, Garbage. Put out an album. Over 20 years old. 25, 28 years old. God.
Yeah.
It's classic rock.
Wow. It's garbage.
It is.
You know what? I think this is probably one of the most appropriately named bands of all time.
So you chose this band.
I
you
did.
chose this album.
I did.
Why did you choose this album?
You know what? In life, us human beings, we all have regrets.
We make mistakes.
And we look back on things and think, I wish I'd done something different. I wish I knew now. No, I wish I knew then what I know now. Yeah.
Right.
This album is a piece of shit and garbage. Garbage. Like, how was this a thing? How did they become like, this is just big money talking and producers getting together and getting a hot chick to front them, and then it's just magically people think it's good, right? Like, it's not good. Upon listening back 20 years later, I thought it was going to be a good time. And,
this is not a good time.
It was not a good time. For me, anyway. It might have been a wonderful time for you. I don't know where it went wrong. It's Butch Vig. He's the man that can do no wrong, right?
Producer of Nirvana, Nevermind.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, various albums.
Dream. Yeah, he was
legendary producer.
Yeah, he sort of made the grunge thing, didn't he? He was sort of the number one grunge guy to get, besides what's the other fella's name, Brendan O'Brien. And then the other two. So there was Butch, and then the other two were producers as well. Don't fucking ask me what they did, but I remember reading somewhere that they were, winning producers.
They work. One of them is his producing partner. Butch Vig owns a studio, and the other guy works there. And
I see.
Fuck knows who's ever heard of him. And the other guy's some other cunt.
Some other cunt, yeah.
Holding down the stage on the other side.
Yeah, bald.
And then we have
hair.
Yeah, we got Lurch on the left. What we call him? Not Lurch. Uncle Fester on the left, and fuck knows what on the right.
Yeah,
Butch Vig in the middle.
Yeah,
and Shirley Manson out front.
And then did they do a globe search for a front person? Did they initially want a man because the patriarchy, and then they thought no, boobs will sell better.
No, well, they apparently, when they went looking for a singer, they wanted a woman because it was kind of like a rock band with dudes everywhere. They wanted a chick, wanted to do different. And they put out the feelers, and they heard about this lady, Shirley Manson, who her band apparently was stalling. They'd put out an album and didn't sell any records. And they auditioned her. Apparently it didn't go well, but they hit it off personally, so they tried again, and they stuck with it. I think we're about 8 albums in now from Garbage.
Oh.
They're still going?
You can just pile garbage upon garbage into landfill. That's what you just keep shoving it in there.
Yeah.
It just disappears. Yeah.
So back in the day when this came out and I was a young budding musician, I heard, it's 3 producers working on this album, and they did like hundreds of tracks on each on each record, and it's, you know, three producers. It's gonna be amazing because it's three producers. And I bought the album. I really like the single. I like that. Only Happy When It Rains. I like that song. Good song.
Mm-hmm.
Bought the album, and yeah, what you were talking about, mistakes. We all make them, don't we, Brad? We buy into the marketing.
It's an unavoidable part of life. Yeah.
We spend our money.
Mm-hmm.
We listen to it and go, I can't really hear hundreds of tracks, but I hear three producers, and what do you get? Drum machines, and guitars on loop. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you? Yeah, I thought it was fucking boring. Only Happy When It Rains, and I like Fix Me Now. That's a cool song too. The rest of it can kind of, it's fucking boring.
Stupid Girl. Those are the singles, eh?
Val was the other one.
Fucking Jesus. I just like the whole aesthetic, hit back then. But now looking at it, it's all fucking atrocious production and horror, as you say, drum machines. And for me, when I started the album, I thought like maybe this was their trick, but I thought there was something wrong with my player. I was like, I've lost Wi-Fi. So, in that opening song, it has she sings a bit and then it stops. Like there's full silence, like abrupt silence, no tape hiss or anything. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's frozen. And then it comes back in. And then you learn, that's what they've done to the song. And I just thought, who makes those stupid fucking decisions that every kid in the world goes, oh, my player's broken. Oh, no, it's not.
I didn't fall for that, but I did, when we did Coral Fang, the Distillers, there's a song in there where there's very, very, very faintly a police siren. And I'd have my headphones on driving to work, and I kept thinking there's a fucking cop behind me.
I'm getting pulled over.
It fooled me about 2 mornings in a row in an afternoon. It's a fucking song, isn't it?
Yeah, classic. That's a 10 out of, I think I gave that a perfect 10, actually. Coral Fang. If I didn't, I should have. If I can't remember, we're not a reliable source of information, so go back and listen to the episode. If you've come this far, go back and listen to that one. We would talk about Brody Dahl's butt cheeks for an extended amount of time. We've cleaned our mouths up a lot since those early days. Now
nothing but professionals and feminists. We're both avowed feminists these days.
Speaking of feminism, Garbage is led by a strong female rock star. Can you?
All praise women. All praise women. Women are just
praise to women. Can you give me five? Species. Give me 5 other leading rock band singers. Is that the best way of putting it? Just singers.
Rock band. I was going to say Celine Dion.
No. I need rock singers that are female. Chick singers and rock bands. Go.
What about Donna from the Donnas?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I didn't see that coming. Who remembers the Donnas? Fucking hell.
Yeah, they were cool. I like the Donnas.
Future episode.
Ann Wilson from Heart.
Ann Wilson, yes. Very good.
I can't dip into Heart again because I don't know the other one's name.
Am I still there? Oh, no.
Oh, that's the 4 non-blondes lady. I used to know her name. Linda Perry. Yeah. So it's 3, isn't it? Rock band. Is it Danita Sparks from L7? What's it? Oh, Dolores from the Cranberries. 5.
Well, there's Courtney Love. We've left Courtney
Love. Courtney Love. That's another one.
Yeah, the earlier mentioned Brody Dahl, I suppose. So, women representing in the rock world. Let's just acknowledge that it's not a man's universe, right? rock music is
Gwen
equal to all.
Stefani, no doubt.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Bit of pop punk ska. We had somebody emailed us and asked if we could do No Doubt, and we said no.
No or no doubt. Ooh.
We just said no to No Doubt.
That said, we are feminists, obviously. But let's just put that aside for a second. Shirley Manson actually hot enough. Like, she's not that. She's a bit of a minger, really. She's just kicking on this makeup, really, just because she's a minger.
Yeah, no, look, I did. I don't know if I still do. I found her a very attractive lady. You know, yeah, I think she did what she needed to do. With eyeshadow and short skirts
and huffed, but nah, the face isn't there. You're going to have to put a paper bag on that one, like really, and it's going to. Sorry, darling, it's from behind tonight again. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
And we were doing so good this episode, we got so far, and then Dan just took it straight to the paper bag.
Well, that's feminism for you, isn't it? Yeah, I mean,
is it though?
Yeah, that was feminist.
How long have you been married again?
Well, let's just skip past it. But I'm just saying, she was trying to make out to be a sex kitten, but I'd look at her and go, you're not really attractive enough, to be honest.
You've got to, it's like the group effect, right? So you got to look at the band as a whole, right? And you've got 3 very unattractive gentlemen, right? Very unattractive, like 2 out of 10s.
That works in her favour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She does,
because they're all 2s, and if she's a 6 or a 7,
she's a solid 4. Yeah.
Oh no! I'd definitely take her over halfway. Shirley, if you've had a Google alert and you're listening to this episode, I appreciate your shape. You've done well.
Nah, and she's over the hill now. But she's a 4, but she's got 2s behind her. It makes her look like a 6. That's my theory on it.
7. Yeah, well, that's what I just said. That you never listen to me.
That doesn't add up to 7. I gave it a 6.
Wait to speak. Okay, good. Yeah, right. So you bought this album, and did you ever purchase any more garbage after this one?
No, I bought one load of garbage and decided there was enough garbage.
There was enough. You thought about the needs of the world and recycling, and decided not to buy any more garbage.
Yeah. There's a story that they named themselves Garbage because Butch Vig played it to a friend, and the friend said, that sounds like garbage. So they named it Garbage. And then we're sitting here going, yeah, the friend was, good call. They should have listened. Except they sold millions of albums later.
Well, it's that, and now they're just fucking laughing, walking around in their money bags for shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep going. They keep making money. They have garbage sent. Well, maybe not recently, but they seem to have a hit every couple of years. You know, they put a single out, and it's on the tally, and then they disappear again. I saw them live once. Fuck knows where. Maybe it was at Big Day Out. Maybe it was the Reading Festival. No. Anyway, it was, I found it odd. It was the first big show that I went to where the drummer was in his little plastic cubicle. Yeah, it was meant to make him sound better. It didn't.
No, I actually saw him in an interview the other night. You're quite wrong. But it's to stop the sound from going onto the stage and annoying the others. And it reflects the sound back at him. But apparently they've solved the problem now by he plays a electronic drum kit now.
Well, it all sounded like an electronic drum kit anyway.
Apparently the electronic drum kit has all the samples from the albums loaded into it, so you can load up the exact drums from each album and each song and play them. And
Oh. Well, I guess that's neat, but why don't they just push play on a drum machine and just sit there?
well, let's remind the audience this is a band called Garbage. We can't understand everything going on with these
Yes,
people,
that's true.
but they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it.
And they're taking people's money. Yeah, they're hard. You get up in the morning, you shower, you brush your teeth, you get dressed, you go to work, you work hard for 8 hours a day, and then you spend a chunk of that hard-earned cash on some garbage.
Yeah, you get fooled into it by marketing. You buy the album and you go, "Oh, fucking Garbage, all right." Fucking good name for a band. They told us from the beginning and we didn't listen.
Well, I guess that's the joke, isn't it? You know, they said, look, this is Garbage. We're Garbage. How's it going, New York? We are Garbage. Yay!
And the audience said, yeah.
And well, there, once you hear it, you know.
We're waiting for the next band. Could you just be quieter?
We understand that you're sad when it rains, and there is a lot of precipitation here in New York. So don't come back.
Yeah. I watched a little live thing of them, and when they were playing, it was like hit after hit of like good songs I never heard from all the albums. Like I think they maybe one of those bands with one song per album. I think, yeah, that's kind of what we got here with this one, isn't it? This slow songs are really fucking shit in your face, don't they? When they come on, it's just like, oh my God.
Well, look, putting this on for the re-listen, I hit play on the first track, and I'd never heard that first track before in my life, and I thought, piece of shit. And then...
that's the first single.
Piece of shit. Like, nothing... Garbage. Nothing really stood out until I was like, I'm only happy when it rains, right? And... yeah, I understand. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to... This is great. Okay, queer...
LGBT representation.
Queer. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. It should have been the shittest of the shit, boringest of the boringest, gayest of the fucking gayest.
Of the gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
bundle of sticks.
It's got a little hook, but it's not
fucking annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, you get, Happy When It Rains rocks in at number 3, right?
Good song. Great chord progression.
Everything after that. So I got 4 songs of more just garbage and shit. And then Stupid Girl is crap, but it was everywhere, so you know it, right?
It was everywhere. It was everywhere, but it wasn't any good.
No. Well, we've established that. In an episode about garbage, we've called them garbage a lot. So I think people should know that this is not worth listening to. We're not even at the rating end of the album yet. But, and after Stupid Girl, it's just, fuck this. I was just like, honestly, I couldn't put up with it. I wanted to tear my fucking ears off. That's how bad this is.
No, I'll say Fix Me Now picks up. That's a good one. Don't mind that one at all.
No.
Milk, that's fucking garbage. Yeah, I think like the borderline for garbage, you know, like their level is garbage and the songs are all garbage, and then you get to Only Happy When It Rains. It's like something went wrong. They accidentally wrote a good song.
But
then it's garbage, and then Fix Me Now, they made another mistake, and then they end it with garbage.
How do you get from, I suppose that was 93 when they recorded it, but how do you get from Kurt killing himself in 94, grunge being like simple pop, I'll call it pop metal is a nice way of describing grunge, right? To this in a year. Fuck me. You know, how does Butch Vig go, yeah, I produced Nevermind. I'm the fucking man.
I can do
And
what I
then
want. I own my
you
own
do what I
recording
want.
studio.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
we don't need
Now,
musical talent.
here's an amazing thing. Here's an amazing piece of trivia. Um, when they sent off their demo to different record labels, they left Butch Vig's name off because they didn't want to get signed based on his name recognition. They didn't want the labels to know he was there. So they actually got signed based on the merits of their demos.
I call bullshit.
Are you calling Butch Vig a lying bitch?
Yeah, I'm calling him a lying cunt. I mean, look at him. Look at
It
his
should be
face.
called
Look at
Bitch Vig. Oh,
look at that dirty little weasel moustache.
he looks like a caricature of Paul McCartney. Like if someone's drawn Paul McCartney rudely, that's what he looks like in everyday life.
Paul McCartney and Steve Buscemi have gotten intimate and created Butch Vig.
It's kind of like a Paul McCartney caricature, but they've made it slightly pedo.
Yeah. He's like
it's Butch Vig.
He could be like your PE teacher at high school.
Yeah.
You know?
And if that guitar player with the bald head, if someone told you he was fiddling with kids, you wouldn't really be surprised. You'd be like, makes sense. Makes sense.
Like, does look like, again, a teacher. He's at a school, possibly like science teacher. He'd know his way around a beaker.
Yeah, a science teacher that took PE one day and he's by the girls' change sheds and he's like, you need me to come in, girls. Yeah, should come in. I'll just have a little oh, yeah, you all right, darling? Yeah, I was just checking on you. Just checking. Yeah. I'll leave now. That's sort of what he does. That's my impression of it.
All right. And the third guy, I can't even imagine what he looks like. There's a third guy. There's Butch Vig, bald head.
Who fucking cares?
And the invisible guy.
He joined a band called Garbage and he stayed in it. Great album.
It's just counting the money.
No decency in the world. What a scumbag.
What scum.
I did see an interview with Shirley Manson on a little known, much smaller podcast. I forget what the name of it. It's hosted by, I'll look at the name. Little Joey Rogan.
Bring up that cunt again. Like, honestly, I've had enough beef with him in the media. You don't need to bring it up again. All right? I got the lawyers involved and it escalated, and now I can't fight in MMA anymore.
Is that because you weigh less than 100 pounds?
That is
That's
true.
Probably the larger reason.
And I've never thrown a punch in my life. I just run round and round the
Anyway, Shirley Manson was on an unspecified podcast. We'll just leave it there.
Thank you. Yeah, very good.
And she was talking about the record industry and stuff, and said her brother's a dentist and he makes more money than she does from Garbage. Once by the time they pay everything off and split the money, her brother, the dentist, is doing better than her, and her parents are like, when are you going to give up and get a real job and a proper career? Like, apparently they don't actually do that well from Garbage, which is a relief. It's really a sign from God, isn't it?
Wow. There's no money in Garbage, is there? Yeah, look, wow. But I mean, I think, like, imagine that. I mean, this happens. I watched a doco on something along these lines the other day about, like, those teen stars, like the S Club 7s of the world and the I5s or whatever, High Five, Blue, all those bands that were big in the mid-90s, around this time probably. The Spice Girls clones. And they say, like, you have that peak of 2 years of someone telling you where you're going to go and where to eat and here's all your money and that's great. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're not on the charts anymore. and then they've got to go and get normal jobs. And they're like, I'm a physical therapist now, and oh yeah, I manage fucking children's parties, and all that sort of shit. So you've got to, like, Shirley maybe has realised she's past her peak, but what else are you going to do at this point? Like, she's maybe her
as a
career was
feminist, I have to point out she wasn't that pretty to begin with. Now she's old and ugly, and her value as a woman is depleted. Carry on.
Well, I guess that's a real thing. But yeah, what I'm saying is, she might feel it's too late to change career. Like, she's put all her eggs, her left ovary.
I'd say all her eggs are gone. Yeah, absolutely. As a feminist, I have to point that out.
I don't know if you understand the meaning of that word.
No, I think I've got it right.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Basically, when I was reviewing this and I was doing my decent, epic, borderline filler,
as a deeply closeted gay man,
so
deep in the closet,
so deep, except on quiz night. A little insider joke there. Yeah. I was going through it, going, these songs are, I'd say they work as songs. Like, there's tension and release, and there's chord progressions, and there's stuff like that.
Baby Shark works as a fucking song. Doesn't make it a good song.
But, I mean, it looks like a song, but I just don't feel any genuine passion in things. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought at the end, it's not bad. It's just fucking boring and nothing. You're hearing nothing over and over again. It's just doesn't really have a feeling. That was my, my culmination of, it's just bland.
It was the equivalent of, like, ringing a friend for a conversation and getting the answering machine, and that's it. There's no life in it. It just felt, you're right. It had the verse choruses, and it had its, I don't
production.
know. There's songs there, there's production, but it's just there's nothing felt real about it. And to go from, even with Butch Vig's Nevermind production, you knew it was real, right? It was, and then you get an In Utero, and that was even more real, where it's just all the music at the time was people just laying it out, real fucking raucous and raw is the word I'm looking for. And then this just seemed,
but Butch Vig said to himself, what the world needs now is drum machines and loops.
Yeah.
What a cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shall we wrap this cunt up?
Oh, geez.
I'm sick of it.
Let's throw this garbage in the bin, shall we?
Yeah, what are you going to rate it? Out of fucking 10.
Oh, fuck. I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1. Redhead surrounded by 9 bald men. 1 out of 10.
Wow. There's a couple of good songs. I'm going to give it a 4 for,
oh, jeez.
Fuck off.
You just like sniffing garbage, don't you?
Yeah. I tell you what,
you're like poking around in other people's, like, you're like poking around in other people's garbage in the back alley while trying to sneak a look in the bathroom window. It's you.
Yeah, you need a hand in there, girls. I thought there was a commotion. No, you're all right. Okay, all right.
What'd you throw out in the garbage?
I'll leave you alone.
It's an old T-shirt. Oh, I can still smell your armpits. Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Oh, someone left their panties behind.
Oh, look, Jesus. End it there. Feminist episode. For fuck's sake.
You think we should give the feminist thing away? Maybe just go back to our normal selves now.
Yeah, just go back to being a cis white male. Yeah,
Okay, we'll be 20% more chauvinistic in the next episode. See how that works out.
perfect. All right.
I'm gonna hit the button. Producer Eric, hit the button.